What up, people, and welcome to my bedroom living space. There's going to be a lot of noise in the background. I have to be honest. I'm just doing this just to do something. I actually kind of don't even really want to do this, but I feel like I need to start getting myself on a little bit of a schedule if we're going to be quarantined and kind of just like not able to really do much. And so I'm just trying to get myself to do just to do. So that's where we're at. So here's the deal. I came up with a list of things to do during quarantine, because I feel like a lot of people are bored or like lost or like don't know what to do with themselves. And I feel like maybe I could help a little. Maybe this will be utter bullshit and not helpful at all. So here are my 9 tips for getting through quarantine. So, tip number 1. Catch up on some rest. I mean, right now is probably the best time to do this because we really don't have anything else to do. I mean, we complain so much about not having time to rest or overworking or work, then you come home and it's a hobby, or you have a family, you have to do this, you have to do that. And right now, we all have the chance to just slow down and rest. Not all of us. A lot of people are still working, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody who's still working behind the scenes, including my mom and sister work in an animal hospital, so they're considered essential, and they have to go to work. I have a lot of friends considered essential that are still going to work. So thank you guys for actually losing more rest probably and having to work behind the scenes while everybody else kind of gets a little bit of a slowdown. So thank you guys. Tip number 2. I think this one, I mean, it depends on the type of person you are, but I think if you have the time right now and you've always like thought about starting a vlog, right now is the time to do that. Just take your phone every day, take 20 minutes, talk about something. I mean, major topic right now is obviously coronavirus. Talk about how it's affecting you, your family, your friends, maybe your job, maybe whatever. But right now is a very, very good time to start a vlog because a lot of people are doing nothing but going on the computer and watching YouTube videos and on Instagram and on Facebook and all these things. So right now is the time to start while we have the time to do so. So tip number 2, start a vlog. Tip number 3. You know that thing you always say you don't have time to do because you're working too much and you have kids or you have a family or you have this, that, and the other thing stopping you from doing it? Right now is the time for you to do that. That hobby or that hobby you always just say you want to do, like, oh, I wish I had more time to write, or I wish I had time to make a vlog, or I wish I had time to learn to play guitar, or I wish I had time to go hiking more, or whatever it is. That little hobby that you have been saying like you don't have time for, right now is the time for you to do that. So start that hobby. You know how we all make excuses about not going to the gym? Well, right now is your time to do that. Tip number 5, start to exercise. Make a schedule. Do a half-hour workout a day. Whatever you do, this planking is killing me. But do something. Right now's the time because you have the time. I hate this. This one kind of goes along with the resting, but if you have the time, take 10 minutes a day to meditate. Sit in silence. Don't do anything. Shut everything off. If you can manage to find a quiet spot in your house, take 10 minutes. Work on your breathing. If you don't know how to meditate, look up some breathing exercises on YouTube and just relax. So, tip number 5, meditate. Now, I had planned on maybe taking a walk in the woods today, but as you can see, this garbage decided to show up. So, tip number 6 was going to be take a walk in the woods. Go out there, get some fresh air, do your thing, listen to the quietness of nature, become one with the sounds of the wind and the water and the whatever you have to do, but go take a walk in the woods. It'll be good for you. Now, I'm not much of a reader. I don't really enjoy reading. It's not that I can't read. I'm actually a very good reader. I was always good in English class. I'm good at writing. It's not a thing I just enjoy doing. My mind is off doing a million other things. However, I think that right now is the perfect time for everybody to just kind of slow down. Again, I've said that multiple times, but slow down, catch up on the books that you, shout out to Gary Vee, catch up on the books that you've been meaning to read, and download some books. And tip number 7, read. So, if you have the time, which you probably do, now's a good time to kind of reorganize, declutter your living space. Maybe get rid of some things, maybe put some things away that you have been meaning to put away, maybe just reorganize so that things look a little neater. I know a lot of times when people work so much, they don't have the time to, really keep their living space the way maybe they would like to. Tip number 8, reorganize, declutter. And last, but certainly not least, tip number 9, set a daily schedule. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a hard time doing this. I'm going to try my hardest. But most of us are used to working anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. And I think a big problem, especially right now, is with people who are more extroverted and social like myself. We're kind of finding it hard to fill that time in the day. What do I do? What do I do with all this extra time I just have now? I can't really leave the house. You can, but you can't really do anything too crazy. And I just don't know what to do with myself. So I think what I'm going to do is set a schedule of when to shoot, when to work out, if I decide to read these books that I've had sitting here since Christmas. Just set a schedule so that you kind of feel like you're on a normal living path. You usually just go to work, come home, and then figure out what you're going to do for the rest of the day. But you really only have about 8 hours left in the day to figure out what you want to do, right? So now that you have all that time, I think we get lost in all that time. So tip number 9, set a schedule for yourself so you could feel kind of normal. I have to be honest, I woke up today, I was really not feeling it. The snow really put me in a bad mood. As some of you know from one of my older videos, I deal with seasonal depression. I actually deal with depression as a whole, but seasonal depression is really bad for me. And waking up and seeing it snowing when the weather had just been really nice kind of put a damper on my entire mood, which is why it took me so long to shoot this all day. I had planned to wake up in the morning and shoot this, but here I am now at 6:50 at night shooting. If you're struggling the way I am, I hope this helped a little bit. Hang in there, guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't sneeze on people. Don't touch things. And stay home if you can. We're all going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. So do more you, but from home. Love you guys. Peace.